Welcome back to the Ryan Marsh Gallery. Wonderful treat for you today in our antique clocks. This is a New Haven clock company, pre-1930. This is a very unique clock that it has a second hand. So that's not an alarm, that's a second hand. A lot of these clocks had alarms, but this one has actual second hand, which is really unique. Now, its case is this little guy, a cast. You see the gold kind of reflection. That gold was a gold paint that was sprayed over this at some point in time. I don't know, somebody decided to paint it gold because they didn't like the copper. This is like a bright, beautiful copper, and possibly a copper brass alloy since it's cast. That really polishes up to look copper. Could be completely solid copper. Here's the brass back. Now you'll see a little damage here on the brass back. This thing had a stand to it, and these are the pieces of its little stand, which were obviously aftermarket. And then we have I polished the brass of its little pieces. Just wanted you to check this out. Something really cool in the center here is that Star of David. It has a couple dates on it, really small, and they are 1811 and 1853. In 1853, the New Haven Clock Company, under Hiram Camp, incorporated. Okay, and then in 1856, New Haven buys the Chauncey Jerome Clock Company, and Chauncey Jerome was actually the uncle of Hiram Camp. Chauncey Jerome was making hundreds of thousands of clocks by then, and had made some bad decisions financially. So Hiram and his guys take it over and go on to make many, many clocks. So I want you to see this. Let's look at the working of it. It's a ticking away. I put a little oil in there, not much, and cleaned a little bit of goo out of there. For some of these things, it's better just to leave them alone. All right, here we go. Okay, there's its brass. You know, this looks a lot like the 1910 era, 1920 era, and I would say that could be right around, it could be as old as an 1880s, 1890s, definitely pre-1930. So anyway, we're going to check that out a little further. I'll put it together for you and maybe come up with a few more facts. But in the meantime, check it out.